Forget January 1st, forget New Year's resolutions. The real glow up season starts now, September to December. This is called the Great Lock-In, and it's all over social media, and I absolutely love it. Think of this as a sacred window where you can rewire your brain, reprogram your subconscious mind, and align your energy. So you don't just start the new year, you step into it already transformed, already aligned to your best self. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we talk about bettering ourselves from the inside out. So if bettering yourself is something you're into, then hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video with me. Why is this season so powerful? Our brain loves cycles, and fall naturally pulls us into an inward reprogramming and restructuring. This is the easiest time to anchor in new habits because your environment is encouraging it. It's supporting, grounding, and consistency. If you keep showing up the same way emotionally, you're going to keep creating the same life. And I will continue to say this in all of my videos because this is what it's about. It's about consistency, and it's about reprogramming those old beliefs and this old idea that this is who you are whenever you can create your entire world exactly how you want it. The Great Lock-In, from what I gathered, and just how I feel about these next couple months, it's about teaching your body a new state of being so your subconscious can create different results. Think of this season as a cocoon season. You're locking yourself in not to hide, but to re-emerge as your most magnetic and audacious self. Now, there are so many different videos on TikTok, here on YouTube, that are going to highlight the different things that you could do for the Great Lock-In. So you can consider it the 75 hard if that's what you want. You can consider it, I'm gonna just completely revamp everything. But my whole idea here is to give you these tips that are going to rewire your brain in order to make it easy and to make it possible. Lock-in tip number 1, anchor habits with science. Studies show that morning sunlight and 5 to 10 minutes of movement literally reset your circadian rhythm, your mood, and your energy. Doing this daily is going to be like a reset to your brain, and it's going to feel good, and you're going to feel really aligned, and it's going to be a whole new way of doing your mornings. Habit stacking, and we've spoken about habit stacking before, but I feel like it's so important. You're going to stack these really great habits on top of your already existing ones. These small shifts are going to compound. So when you're having your morning coffee, sprinkle in some affirmations. Like I've spoken about this before in previous videos. You can do your affirmations while you're doing your skincare. You can record them on your phone, on your voice notes app, and play them in your car while you're driving. You can go on a walk and listen to an educational podcast. You can do your cleaning and maybe listen to an audiobook. There's so many different ways that you can utilize habit stacking onto where you take a good habit and you add it onto something else that's already something good that you're doing. This is going to just show your brain that you can do this. While your coffee brews, you could say out loud, I am magnetic, I am powerful, I'm aligned. You can pair mundane habits such as brewing your coffee with something that's going to rewire your subconscious, like affirmations. Lock-in tip number 2, subconscious reprogramming. We're going to do this through visualization. And as I've said before in my videos, I know I keep reiterating the same thing and keep speaking on the same thing, but they're very important. Visualization is such a good tool to help you reprogram and to step into that best self. So if you can feel into the feelings of your future self, how does she feel? What does she do to make you feel that way? Like, visualize yourself as your future self. How does she feel? Connect that emotion to you now. Your brain is not going to know the difference, and your body is going to step into that future self. Notice where you're living in the past. Is there a lot of stress in your life? Is there a lot of anger and guilt? And are you reliving these old feelings, these old patterns? Replace them with elevated emotions. And this is where the emotion is key, because your future self Your most aligned future self is not going to have these same old problems, these same old patterns, these same old issues. That's the whole point of this, right? Is to lock in and become better. Elevate yourself. Elevate yourself from the inside out. So using these meditations, which I'll put a couple in the description box below that I've used before, it's a huge, amazing tool to get to this point and to feel into the emotion, because the emotion is the key. If you want more confidence, you need to feel into that. How is yourself who is more confident going to feel? She's going to walk into the room. She's going to feel magnetic. She's going to feel confident with her shoulders back. She's going to not feel any anxiety. She's going to walk into the room. She's going to feel self-assured. If you want confidence, imagine yourself in these visualizations walking into a room self-assured, radiant, confident, magnetic. Feel those feelings in your body. Lock it in and feel those emotions until your subconscious mind believes it as a truth. Lock in tip number 3. A more spiritual aspect of these, energetic cord cutting. Release old habits, release old thought patterns, release old people, release these things that are draining your energy. There are multiple meditations that I will put in the description box below, at least a couple, that I have done personally of a cord cutting ceremony. And basically, in your visualization or your meditation, you're going to visualize yourself and this thing you want to cut off, whether it's an old habit, a person, an old pattern, whatever it is, and you're going to energetically cut them from your energy. One thing that I've learned about this, if you are going to look at the traditional cord cutting ceremonies, is that you would want to reach in and pull the roots out. So yes, you can cut the cords. However, towards the end, you'll want to reach in and grab those same cords that you just cut and pull them out at the roots. Feels like a little bit more of getting into there and not leaving any residual emotions or energy left behind. Utilize the moon cycles. Set bold intentions on the new moon. Release old patterns on the full moon. Utilize the other phases of the moon as well. It's not just a full moon and a new moon. Like, there are different phases that happen in between, and there are great things that you can do as well on those phases. Color alchemy. Color alchemy is something that I've been learning a lot about lately, and it's about the way the color makes you feel. It's the frequency that that color carries. So pink for self-love, black for power, gold for abundance. Think about how you want to show up and then exude that with wearing that color. It's a fun way to utilize this frequency of the colors, to think about that and maybe even put it in your environment. So if you're feeling like, you know what, my room is feeling a little dull, maybe add a little pink in there to give yourself some self-love. Sacred space. Create an altar. Light an incense. Light a candle. Surround yourself with objects that make you feel like you're elevating to your next state. Maybe you're calling in abundance. You can get a gold candle, or you can use white as a substitute if that's what you have, and light this gold candle while you're doing your nighttime journaling and visualizing your best self. This is going to send that message to your subconscious mind that we are abundant. Daily micro rituals. These can be very fun too. You can light an incense and just cleanse your space. You can pull a tarot card. You can do a gratitude practice. You can practice for the splits. You can add whipped cream to your coffee in the morning. Tell your subconscious mind that you are living. And here is an affirmation that I would love for you to repeat. I am locking in my highest self. Every thought, every habit, every action is rewiring my most magnetic, unstoppable self. Don't wait until January to change. Don't wait until you have a New Year's resolution to change. The Great Lock-In is happening now from September to December. Who you become now is who you'll carry into 2026. Lock in your habits, reprogram your mind, and embody your next level self, because she's already waiting for you. Thank you so much for listening to my video. I hope that I gave you some tips and tricks on how to rewire your brain and really lock in this new identity for 2026. You don't have to wait until January 1st. Don't forget to grab your copy of my book. It's called Full of Yourself, A Guide to Becoming Your Most Audacious Self, and I will put that in the description box below. And until next time, love yourself and live audaciously. Bye.